Nothing makes my ass itch more than the United States Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, okay? They are the most conservative circuit in the United States, and they are coming after our rights just one after another. Like, I want to write a law review article about them. I haven't written a law review article in a long time, but I'm inspired to write one about them titled The Fifth Circuit. These bitches on the bench ain't shit but judges like Ho and Southwick. Like, I just want to tussle. I just want to tussle with them just a little bit. But on to the topic of today's video. DeRay McKesson is a Black Lives Matter activist who in 2016 helped organize a protest at the Baton Rouge Police Department after Alton Sterling was murdered by Baton Rouge police officers. Now, somebody at the protest, not McKesson, but somebody, threw a rock or a brick or something and allegedly hit Officer John Ford in the head, and he allegedly has sustained injuries. Now, guess who he sued? He sued McKesson because he claims that McKesson was the leader of the protest. McKesson said he was not, but he claims that he was the leader of the protest, and that as the leader of the protest, he is liable under a negligence theory that he should have known that the protest would have turned violent. Now, a lower court threw that out and said, First Amendment, right? But guess who revived that bullshit-ass claim? One guess. Right, those bitches on the bench at the Fifth Circuit. Now, one of the judges did dissent. That was Judge Don Willett. He was appointed by Donald Trump. Isn't that a surprise? And he said this runs afoul of the First Amendment. He said that the majority's legal theory would have enfeebled, that's the word he used, enfeebled the civil rights movement. And he cites to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s March from Selma in 1965, okay? It's surprising to see a Don have sense nowadays. So McKesson then appealed to the Supreme Court of the United States, and they denied cert earlier this week. So you may have seen a Vox article going around saying something like the Supreme Court has effectively abolished mass protest in 3 states, and that's not entirely true. That's very inflammatory. There's a lot more subtle legal bitch slapping happening here, and so I want to break it down a little bit. So, along with the denial of cert, Justice Sotomayor, who's one of the liberal justices, issued a statement. She said, less than 2 weeks after the Fifth Circuit issued its opinion talking about the case, the lawsuit against McKesson, the Supreme Court decided Counterman versus Colorado, and in that case, the court made clear that the First Amendment bars the use of an objective standard like negligence for punishing speech. Because this court may deny cert for many reasons, including that the law not need further clarification, its denial today expresses no view about the merits of McKesson's claim, and although the Fifth Circuit didn't have the benefit of the court's recent decision in Counterman when it issued its opinion, the lower courts do now, and I expect them to give full and fair consideration. She basically said, motherfucker, we already said what we said. Y'all know you did wrong. It's going back to the lower court. You need to fix this. Okay, so that doesn't mean that McKesson is going to necessarily lose. It doesn't mean that this Fifth Circuit decision is correct or that it's going to stand. It actually looks like the opposite, that this is not going to fly. Now, one of the attorneys from the ACLU, which is representing McKesson, Vera Eidelman, said, after today's news, people should not be afraid that they'll face a ruinous lawsuit if they exercise their rights to protest. So it's, hey, fuck the Fifth Circuit all day, every day, but the fight's not over.